Good morning, everyone who have gathered here. With the blessings of our Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi and with the blessings of our Revered Amba, the council meeting of our IIC 6.0 calls to order. May I now hand over the session to our Vice President, Dr. Satya from the Department of Economics, to take over the meeting, to introduce all the new members of our IIC and to welcome the external experts and to commence the meeting on. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all gathered here. I feel elated to welcome you all to the first quarter council meeting of our IIC of Sri Sharda College for Women Salem. Seeking the blessings of our Revered Director Amba and Revered Secretary Amba, I welcome our Principal and President of IIC, Dr. R. Umarani Ma'am, who motivates us to undertake various innovative activities continuously. I also welcome our esteemed external members, external members of IIC, Dr. V. Anbazhagan, Principal, President, IIC Vinayaga Missions Kripananda Variyar Arts and Science College, Salem, and Mr. R. Palanivelu, Manager, Union Bank, Salem, and Dr. M. Satish, Scientist, Anabond Private Limited, Chennai, and Mrs. M. Santhi, Director, Shanmati's Beauty Clinic and Spa Training Institute, Salem, who have accepted our invitation to grace this meeting with their valuable presence virtually and offer suggestions towards the betterment of IIC. Finally, I welcome all the faculty members of our IIC who strive hard to bring out the various aspects of innovations in students through their constant guidance. Once again, I welcome you all. Now I am going to present you an update on the current coordinators of the IIC and share the noteworthy activities that have unfolded under our collective endeavors. Let me share our PPT. Hope the screen is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is visible.
Our committee is comprised of dedicated staff, each bringing a wealth of expertise and passion for driving innovation. Let me introduce you to our IIC coordinators. President, Dr. R. Umarani Ma'am, Principal. Vice President, Dr. J. Satya, Associate Professor of Economics. NISP Coordinator, Dr. P. Uma Mageshwari, Head and Associate Professor of Botany. Convener, Dr. R. Gomati, Assistant Professor of Botany. Innovation Activity Coordinator, Dr. T. Ilakia, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. Startup Activity Coordinator, Dr. M. Lena, Assistant Professor of Zoology. Internship Coordinator, Dr. M. Abhirami, Assistant Professor of Commerce. IPR Activity Coordinator, Dr. K. Gomati, Assistant Professor of Home Science. Social Media Coordinator, Dr. T. Lingamurigeshwari, Assistant Professor of Economics. ARIA Coordinator, Dr. R. Kavita, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. NIRF Coordinator, Dr. J. Merlin Sindhia, Assistant Professor of Geography. Apart from that, 53 of our staff members are members in the IIC of our college. Around 500 students were members in IIC. Let us see the activities that have been undertaken so far in our IIC. It's my privilege to provide you a comprehensive overview of the remarkable activities that our IIC has undertaken over the past months. These initiatives align with our commitment to fostering innovation, entrepreneurship, and skill development within our institution. Over the past months, the IIC has been fervently engaged in several impactful activities. Allow me to highlight a few of our endeavors. A thought-provoking webinar on perspectives on entrepreneurship development in New India was organized by Dr. J. Satya on 8/9/2023, exploring the evolving landscape of entrepreneurship in the context of New India. In collaboration with NIPAM, Dr. R. Kavita and Dr. T. Ilakia has organized an enlightening awareness program on intellectual property rights on 21/9/2023. Dr. T. Ilakia and Dr. P. Kanagarani has organized an awareness program in advances in turmeric farming on 22/9/2023. It aimed to enhance awareness among farmers and students regarding the latest advancement in turmeric farming and contributing to sustainable agricultural practices. The internal idea hackathon for SIH 2023 was held on 26th of September. This provided a platform for the students to unleash their creativity and fostering a culture of innovation and collaboration. And under the guidance of Dr. M. Lena, students have been engaged in a field visit on 26th of September, gaining first-hand insights and experiences relevant to the problem identification and solution. Dr. S. Geeta and Dr. L. Akhilandeshwari has organized an intercollegiate exhibition and contest on the theme Herbal Products, a journey from innovation to startup on 5/10/2023, showcasing the innovative journey of herbal products and encouraging the students to explore the realm of entrepreneurship. And a 5-day short-term entrepreneurial skill development training program, an RE and embroidery was organized by Dr. M. Abhirami from 9th October to 13th October. Dr. Abhirami and Dr. R. Kavita has organized a 5-day short-term entrepreneurial skill development training program on simple chemical products making from 9th October to 13th October. And Dr. J. Satya has organized an essay competition marking the Institution Innovation Day on the birth anniversary of APJ Abdul Kalam on 11/10/2023. And Dr. J. Satya, Dr. M. Radhika, and Dr. T. Lingamurugeshwari has represented our institution in the IIC regional meet at Reva University, Bangalore, showcasing our commitment to collaboration and knowledge exchange beyond our college campus. Then, on the memorable date of December 12th, 2023, we witnessed a historic event, the telecast of the Viksit Bharat 2047 inauguration. Dr. Anuradha and Dr. M. Radhika has organized a My Story, a motivational session by successful entrepreneur on 13/12/2023. They have also organized an workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity on 19/12/2020. And Dr. T. Ramya and Dr. R. Pavitra have conducted essay writing and drawing competitions on account of National Education Day on 21/12/2020. And Dr. R. Kavita and Dr. K. Gomati has arranged an exposure visit for students to Idea Lab at KSR College on 21/12/2023. And in the spirit of collaborative innovation, I am delighted to share that from the date of 24th to 26th December 2023, an impressive total of 397 student ideas were uploaded in the Viksit Bharat portal. This overwhelming response is a testament to the creativity, dedication, and the vision of our student community. And Dr. Vidya has organized on account of National Energy Conservation Day on 27/12/2020. And Dr. M. Radhika and T. Lingamurugeshwari has organized a seminar on entrepreneurs and India's growth ambassadors on 22/12/20. And Dr. L. Akhilandeshwari has organized a session on problem solving and ideathon workshop on 26/12/2023. Dr. T. Lingamurugeshwari has conducted a mentoring session on empowering tomorrow's innovators on 28/12/2023. And Dr. Radhika and Dr. Lingamurugeshwari has organized a hands-on Excel workshop in mastering business canvas models on 29/12/2023. These activities represent just a glimpse of the diverse and impactful initiatives that the IIC has undertaken. From educational webinars to hands-on workshop, we have strived to create an environment that nurtures creativity, entrepreneurship, and practical skill development. Now, I invite Dr. R. Gomati, Assistant Professor of Botany and Convener of IIC, to give a gist regarding our forthcoming activities of IIC. Over to Gomati.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving such an elaborated purview and the glimpse of all the activities that has been conducted so far. And just give me a minute to share my slide on the forthcoming proposed activities. And may I take your permission to know if my slides are visible?
Yes, Purvi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. And moving on to the proposed activities. So these are the following activities that are in our pipeline to be completed for the second quarter, which includes the workshop on design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design, followed by we have planned to organize innovation and entrepreneurship outreach program in schools and communities, especially in our adult schools, and to organize an expert talk on process of innovation, development, technology readiness level, commercialization of lab technologies and tech transfer, workshop on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavior development. And we have planned to conduct a session on achieving problem solution fit and product market fit and organize a field exposure visit to pre-incubation units such as Idea Labs, Fab Labs, Makerspace, Design Centers, etc. And we have planned to organize an inter or intra-institutional innovation competition or a challenge hackathon accompanied with a reward of the best innovations. And we have planned to monitor an event, example, a demo day or exhibition or poster presentation of innovations, prototype, and linkage with innovation ambassadors, experts for mentorship support. And to conclude, we have also planned to celebrate the National Science Day. And so these are the activities that we have planned for the forthcoming semester, the forthcoming quarter. And so with that, may I take your permission? May I request our external experts to share their views or the suggestions which would greatly help us. So over to Anbazhagan sir, sir, may I know if you have any idea that could help, if to share with us that you could help us?
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the opportunity. I think your schedules are in align with the IIC's program schedule. That is no issue, madam. You can proceed with the proposed programs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now moving on to Dr. Satish. Sir, may we know if you have anything to say us that could help us?
Well, I would like to say that it's an impressive schedule that you have planned. It's very good. The only suggestion I would give is perhaps you can look to collaborate with other organizations, institutions where they have incubation centers, and you could facilitate some interaction between students. See what kind of work the other students are doing. That's my only suggestion. NIT Trichy has a very active incubation center, and they've opened up interaction with their alumni. And this might be a good time to reach out to them. And perhaps I could facilitate an introduction with the incubation center. That's all. Otherwise, very good. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your extended support. Sir, Sir, Mr. Palanivelu, sir, may we know if you have something to tell us, to share something with us for the upliftment of our IIC activities?
Yes, good morning, madam, and all the other dignitaries on the webinar. I request you to please take the services of Union Bank of India.
Sure.
Because whatever the entrepreneurship or the MSME programs you are forecasting, it will be fulfilled with the support of banking support for the entrepreneurs as well as the MSME people, so that all the financial support also will be available to them. When you go and educate the community, we will also be part of the financial support to them, and it will be complete. for your endeavors. That is my suggestion. And please take forward, because we are ranked second among E's ranking, which is an initiative by Department of Financial Services. And we have from account opening to the loan documentation, till the loan documentation and everything, right through processing activities, facilities we are having. So please make use of those sort of easy access to the banking services and financial assistance. For example, today Mudra loan up to 10 lakh is not required any of your people to be present at bank. Everything can be done online, from account opening onwards, online loan application filling and liveliness check, geotagging, even digital documentation is happening from the business place itself. You need not to come to the bank. So that much of latest technology is adopted by Union Bank of India. This may be brought to the notice of all the entrepreneurs and MSME activists, which will be much useful. The second point here is you may also include some session on cyber security. Today, a lot of frauds are happening through cyber activity, and please, my suggestion would be you may also include for the next quarter activities, you may also plan a session on cyber security. Even today morning, I got a call from one of my well-wisher that he was cheated 27,000 rupees. Just he was fooled by some attractive things and he lost 27,000 rupees. So these sort of things are happening. A lot of complaints. Pan India, 7 lakh complaints are received by the various banking units, and 97% complaints are based on the set of cyber frauds. So you may also give a thrust on cyber frauds awareness program. You may please consider inclusion of such activity even in your IIC team. Thank you, madam.
So thank you, sincerely, thank you so much for this extended support and guidance that you're offering us. And regarding the cybersecurity, of course, sir, we would let you know when things are being planned and scheduled. And thank you for all the support that you're offering us. So now moving on to our members, we would really appreciate if our members have got anything to suggest us. So please come forward if you have got any suggestions or if you have got anything to tell us. So it is open to our members now. The forum is open to discussion now.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the whole team that is being led by expert, the leaders that is really gaining momentum, and you're marching towards IIC 6.0, which is going to be very accomplishing, and hope we will continue the same kind of united working in this 2 quarters and the quarters ahead. This is a small thought from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Akila ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning to all. This is Dr. B. Amudambigai, member of this our IIC. Very happy to join here as a member of this IIC meeting. First of all, as Akila said, I equally thank the entire members of this committee as well as the experts for their strain towards this meeting. This is the question to Palanivelu sir. Sir, when we approach you, can you please help us, sir, regarding cyber security and to get more knowledge about cyber security, because we the faculty members as well as the students need to know more about cyber security. We the faculty members know a little bit about cyber security. Once you come and please explain about everything to our children, they will be benefited and equally they can get more knowledge about it. In future, they can utilize your ideas then and there.
Yes, madam, surely. Though I am not specialized in cyber security, this thing, but general part, yes, we have a lot of programs. It's happening almost weekly basis in our bank. We will be more delighted to interact with your students and even faculty members. What to do, what not to do, how to avoid such frauds, all those things. Yes, I'll be most delighted to be a part of that. Definitely, I'll be.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And this is the question to Satish sir. Satish sir, very happy to see you again here. Sir, regarding
Ma'am, you are
join
not.
with. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Satish, sir, how can we collaborate with you, sir, regarding this IIC works? We need to get more rank. We need to get uplifted in our work. Can you please suggest us? Sir, you are muted.
Okay, I see three ways where we can work together. One, besides scientific research, I am working on management research. So I have a team, and our goal is to provide training in management to young entrepreneurs so that they can organize their work and develop business tools that will help them to scale up. And over time, I'll be happy to share my ideas and the findings of a research with you. And in fact, today I've proposed a short discussion on the principles of management, a 10-minute talk, and I can elaborate on that in the subsequent time. Secondly, as a representative of Anabond in the field of chemistry, I can connect you with the scientists who are involved in research and development of products. And for that, I need to understand more about the interest, the research areas in the field of chemistry in your organization. So we need to have a discussion on that regard before we take any steps forward. Thirdly, this opportunity came up recently. NIT has this incubation center, and they are calling out to their alumni. And I myself am an alumnus of NIT Trichy. And perhaps I could facilitate an interaction between your organization and their incubation center. And if the right people are in conversation, then we could look for some valuable interaction between you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are ready now. In order to take the initiatives, I request our convener and as well as our vice president to take the necessary steps to have collaboration with Satish sir and his team. Satish sir, we need to take any MOU. We need to do any MOU type of actions for that.
Eventually, yes, once we start to engage in any mutual collaborative work. But right now, we're in the stage of exploration. we need to find out which students or which research areas Anabond and your organization can collaborate on. Now, primarily, Anabond deals with polymer chemistry, but we also have diversified into advanced ceramics as well as fuel cells. Now, this is something that we need to discuss with your subject matter experts. So let us organize a meeting with your professors, right, in this fields outside of this forum, and then see where we can collaborate. And then I will be able to connect you with the right people in my organization.
Sir, as a faculty of chemistry, we would be very glad to invite you for a offline meet so that we can have a discussion with our department people as well. Because whatever the expertise you are looking for, I think our department hosts that. So if you have plan for an offline meet, we will be able to materialize.
Yes, that's something we've been discussing for a while since last year.
Yes.
I'm hoping we can make that happen in this quarter.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this is from Ilakya, Dr. Ilakya from Chemistry Department. Actually, I came to Anabond 2009 for my MTech projects. Actually, I am MTech Polymer Science and Engineering, Nana University. Actually, I got a project on that Anabond also. But again, I got IIT lab, Dr. TSN sir. So I went to there and then I did my project. Actually, I'm very happy to see you, sir. Actually, I visit Anabond company also on that time. Actually, I have 1 year, 1 hour interview on that time also for just for implant training. For just 1 month, I got a 1 hour interview on that time. So I'm very happy to see you here, sir. We are from a polymer background only. So we connect with Akilandeshwari ma'am told just you can do offline, sir, and then we discuss and then we collaborate all those things.
Very good. Anabond has gone through a lot of changes in the past few years. If you make a visit again to Anabond, I think you'll see a lot of difference. We are looking to synthesizing many polymers. Historically, Anabond is very keen on indigenizing technology. Many industries are relying on import of raw materials to produce our products, and we want to change that. And to do so, we need a lot of talent. We need a lot of research to be done, and that's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of bright young minds to make that happen.
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Very happy to hear these words from the experts as well as from our team. So I request the chemistry department to have collaboration with sir through IIC, because always IIC is the backbone of all such activities. And I request our dear convener as well as our dear vice president to take the initial steps towards the same in order to achieve the same very soon successfully. I congratulate the entire members of our IIC for their strength. We could see the same members have done many works repeatedly. Anyway, I request the remaining members also to take part actively, and I wish all the members of our IIC to achieve many more academic activities like that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So all that I could say is that we would see that we will maintain this relationship, this forum, and build more insights into it as you rightly told that everything through IIC. So thank you, everyone. May I know if anyone has got something to say?
Yes, Gomati ma'am. This is Dr. Ramya from Commerce Department. And just I had to have a word with the Dr. Palanivelu sir. Sir, can you enrich the students with the knowledge of the support provided by your institution for the entrepreneurship development, sir? The initiatives taken by the government for the development of entrepreneurial skills for the students and encourage them, motivate them towards developing entrepreneurship motive or intention, sir?
Yes, madam. We have lot of schemes. In fact, our bank is having exclusively for women. Nari Shakti scheme is there, under which that too straight through processing. Entire process of the loan obtaining is through STP mode, and up to 10 lakh for new entrepreneurs. They just have a PAN number, Aadhaar number, and URN number. That is Udayam registration number. With this, they can go in for applying a loan online by sitting at their business place itself. And of course, Mudra loan is there. There are 3 types, up to 15,000. Kishore scheme is there. Then Tarun up to 5 lakh and up to 10 lakh, maximum 10 lakh Mudra loan scheme is also there. And separately for MSME up to 25 lakh, the people can apply online, and that is also straight through processing is happening. And of course, more than 25 lakhs, it has to be done offline mode, madam. So a similar way for Nari Shakti, already I told you about Nari Shakti, up to 10 lakh. This is a special scheme devised exclusively for women entrepreneurs. These sort of things your students can endeavor and apply and get it done.
Oh, thank you, sir. And can we have a program for the students so that they can have some introductions? And many students have taken up some projects for their family business, something like they are taking up, and they actually don't know how to get into the banks for their financial support, sir. Can, if time permits, can we arrange for a seminar kind of thing offline, sir, to encourage students and motivate them and to enlighten them about this regard, sir?
Yes, madam. Surely, madam. We will come to your place and definitely we will make PowerPoint presentations from the scratch to the end of documentation part, and everything we can give a PowerPoint presentation. Any clarification of any stage can be immediately clarified to your young entrepreneurs, madam. Surely, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. And I hope Satya madam is going with me for this idea of conducting a seminar with the people of Union Bank. And thank you so much, sir, for this support you are lending, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramya. I'm sure we will do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. May I know if anybody has got any ideas or has got something to ask?
Dr. Gomati, many of our alumni have become entrepreneurs through our IIC. Recently, we came to know about them. In future, you please ask them also to join such meeting.
Yes, ma'am, of course. We would do the necessary steps. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, well, if there are no more any suggestions, Satya ma'am, shall we proceed to the word of thanks? Well, with the blessings of our Revered Ambas, I roll out this word of thanks for this Council Meeting 6.0. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to our beloved principal for her everlasting support and guidance in all our endeavors. Words would fall short in describing the kind of support offered by our past Vice President, Dr. Anbazhagan, Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics, our convener, Dr. Agilandeshwari, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, and our NISP Coordinator, Dr. P. Uma Maheshwari, an Associate Professor from the Department of Botany, and the team IIC, which includes various coordinators, active members, and students for all the accomplishments that we have achieved till today. I extend my sincere thanks to all our external experts, to start with Dr. V. Anbazhagan, the principal and the president of IIC Vinayaka Mission Kripananda Variyar Arts and Science College, Salem, who is a nearby institution external expert, Mrs. Santhi, director, Shanmati Beauty Clinic and Spa, Training Institute, Salem, who is also our alumni entrepreneur who could not join us with today, but she is one of the part of our team, and Mr. Palanivelu, manager, Union Bank, Salem, and Dr. R.M. Satish, scientist, Anabond Private Limited, who is also a scientist come entrepreneur, for taking their valuable time out, ensuring their presence, and for all the support and the valuable guidance in all our events of IIC. My warm thanks to our Vice President, Dr. Satya, and to all the coordinators of our IIC, all the active members of IIC, for their enormous cooperation, dedication, effort, and all work which is put towards the betterment and upliftment of our students, where each and everyone's participation as a team is all leading us to the success of IIC activities. And thank you, students, for joining us, for it is you all, we all are. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please don't go away. There's going to be a short mentoring session which is being offered by our external expert, Dr. Satish, who is here to enlighten us with his thoughts and ideas. So over to Satish, sir.
Thank you, madam. If it's okay with everyone, I would like to switch to Tamil so that the message gets conveyed effectively.
Oh, it's perfectly perfect, sir. Ninga ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். Thank you.
All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, is it visible?
Probably not yet. Sir, your voice is not audible. நீங்க மியூட்ல இருக்கீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay, என்னால screen இப்ப share பண்ண முடியல. அது பரவாயில்ல. We'll start with I'll perform this orally. Okay. Now, the reason we're doing this is we have found that entrepreneurs, they are very good when an entrepreneur comes, when they start a business, when they start their organization. It's very easy for them to do it on a small scale. ஒரு 4 பேர் 5 பேர் இருக்கிற வரைக்கும், right, the core team இருக்கும் பொழுது, then it's easy for them to transmit their vision and convert that into a value creation process effectively. எங்க challenges வருதுன்னா, when they start to scale up, besides all the challenges of resources and capital, the constraints of the situations, அதை விட்டு organizing the work, organizing the people, அங்க வந்துட்டு a lot of challenges வருது. Now, the best way or the tried and tested method என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, they try to bring in management people. MBA வந்துட்டு படிச்சவங்க வந்துட்டு they start to organize the company, they put in systems in place. அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு auditing வரும், auditors வருவாங்க. Then what happens is this entrepreneur loses their a touch with the organization. We have seen this time and time again. When Anabond started, right, it was a very small team. And it was started by a scientist. And his vision was very clear. நான் வந்துட்டு சில ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இம்போர்ட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். Anabond comes from anaerobic adhesives. Anaerobic adhesives were being imported from UK from a company called Loctite. And this was very, very expensive at the time. The founder, Mr. J. Vijay Kumar, he wanted to synthesize this product by himself because there was a huge potential in the market. He wanted to serve the small industries. அது செய்த பிறகு he consciously sold it at a much lower price, and we were able to carve out a large market share. And at the same time, we were able to serve the industries as well. Now, over time, as Anabond grew and grew, we have seen that what the work culture that was at the initial stage, the effectiveness with which we were able to produce new products, they diluted. Now, I can say this without shame because this is what's happening everywhere in many companies. Startup இருக்கும் பொழுது இருக்கிற வந்துட்டு அந்த synergy, you lose it over time. In Nagum, people start working in silos. They work within their departments. There, over time, the office politics comes into play. Department politics happens. There is a lack of synergy. We want to address this. That's why we have a team of people who are change makers within Anabond, and we want to bring these tools outside of Anabond too. Now, எப்படி வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷன் ஒரு கம்பெனியை வந்துட்டு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் பண்றது அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்பொழுது we come with a few frameworks. The first framework is the VEA framework: value, ethics, ambition. Now, value is the purpose of an organization. What do you want to do? Ethics is the rules of the organization. How you perform the work. Ambition is the target of the organization. Now, the beauty is this VEA framework is not only applied to the entire organization, but also to the functions within it, the departments within it. இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கம்பெனி எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா விஷன் மிஷன் அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு பேசுவாங்க. This is very nice at the top management level. இப்போ இதுவே வந்துட்டு உள்ள ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், சே ஒரு சேல்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, பர்ச்சேஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, இல்லை ப்ரொடக்ஷன் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. How does this translate to them? Or take a specific team. How does this make any sense to them? Now, what we are proposing is a framework of VEA that translates not only from the higher level, but down to each department, each team, so that whatever target, the ambition that the business keeps for itself, you can break it down to each department, to each team, to each strategy, so that at the start of a fiscal year, or ambition வைக்கும்போது ஒரு target வைக்கும்போது, you can clearly define in the department என்ன value வந்துட்டு generate பண்ணும், எப்படி பண்ணணும், so that they're all in line with it. இந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்டு break down பண்ணும்பொழுது the mid-level managers, they are able to have an open conversation with the top management. நீங்க இந்த டார்கெட் வச்சீங்கன்னா என் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் வந்துட்டு இவ்வளவுதான் வந்துட்டு டெலிவர் பண்ண முடியும். அந்த மாதிரி வரும்போது there is a automatic balancing of expectations within the organization. So VEA is a beautiful framework that applies from top down and gives clarity to all the people involved in value generation. Now, I'll be speaking in terms of value generation. Because an organization, a company, what it does, it creates value. And the value can be in the form of a product, okay, that's rolled out by the company, or it could be value in terms of a small part of the product. Every department within a company, they contribute to the final product. In the value perspective, customer in the product in the value I deliver பண்றேன். அந்த வேல்யூ டெலிவர் பண்ணோம்னா உள்ள இருக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு பகுதியும் என்ன செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு நம்ம பிரிச்சு பார்க்கலாம். அந்த மாதிரி வேல்யூ ஜெனரேட் பண்ணணும்னா அந்த வேல்யூவை டெலிவர் பண்ணணும்னா எப்படி நான் வேலை செய்வேன். That will be your ethics, the rules. And இது நான் என்னோட கம்பெனிக்கு இந்த அம்பிஷன்னா நான் என் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்குள்ளார நான் எவ்வளவு வேல்யூ ஜெனரேட் பண்ணணும். அது அந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்டோடைய அம்பிஷன். அந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்குள்ளார வர டீம்ஸ்க்கும் நீங்க you can break it down. Now, moving on to the actual work. Fine, நம்ம ஒரு கம்பெனி ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் பண்ணியாச்சு. வேலைன்னு வரும்பொழுது இதை எப்படி பார்ப்பது? 3 விதமாக நம்ம பிரிக்கலாம். 3 major ways in which we can perceive work. There is the research type of work, project type of work, operations type of work. Now, most of the companies, right, they deal with operations. Operations என்பது it's an established method of value creation. இங்க மாற்றம் வரவே வராது. இதை repeated they will cycle through this work. You can imagine this as a production. ஒரு ஃபேக்டரின்னு போயிட்டீங்கன்னா it's operations. There is a clear protocol, you repeat it over and over and over. இங்கதான் you will be churning out the main product, the main produce, and you'll be creating revenue. Now, let's go to research. R&D ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Researchல you will be discovering new ways of creating value. இது புது ப்ராடக்டாக இருக்கலாம், இல்ல இருக்கிற ப்ராடக்டே எப்படி புது விதமாக செய்யலாம், the ways to increase efficiency, all of this comes under research. இதை கிளியரா பிரிச்சு பார்க்கணும். ஒரு கம்பெனில ஆபரேஷன்ஸ் தனி, ரிசர்ச் என்பது தனி. இது இரண்டும் வேலை செய்வது, they have their own cultures within it. While a company has an overall work culture, operations ஒரு மாதிரி வேலை பார்ப்பாங்க, ரிசர்ச் வேற மாதிரி பார்ப்பாங்க. ஆபரேஷன்ஸ்னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா டீவியேஷன்ஸே இருக்க முடியாது. the way they to work, strict protocol இருக்கும். ரிசர்ச் இருந்ததுன்னா it will be chaotic. எங்க எப்போ எப்படி புது ஐடியா வரும்னு தெரியாது. அங்க இருக்கிற people ஒரு மாதிரி வேலை பார்ப்பாங்க. Operations type of people are very different. Now, the most critical part of work is the project. இங்கதான் scientists, the research என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்குதோ அதை ஆபரேஷனா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணணும். It's a transition stage. You discover a new method of value creation. How are you going to implement this in practice? And projects they are bound by time and they're bound by budget. ஒரு புது மெத்தட் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாங்கன்னா இந்த டைம்குள்ளார, இந்த பட்ஜெட்குள்ளார, am I able to convert this into a established method? This is a project. It's a time bound activity. Sometimes நீங்க researchல you can find something new, ஆனா it may not find implementation in this time frame. Okay, இப்போ இதை இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது, இது ஒரு இன்டெலெக்சுவல் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியா எடுத்து வச்சுக்கணும், இதுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி பிறகு வரும் அப்படின்னு நம்ம பிரிச்சு வச்சுக்கலாம். இது ப்ராஜெக்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் ஒர்க். So within business, we should have the wisdom to separate research type of work, project type of work, operation type of work. இதை மேனேஜ் பண்றது ஒவ்வொரு வழியாக இருக்கும். All right. Now, when we take work in general, research இருக்கட்டும், project இருக்கட்டும், operations இருக்கட்டும், work-ன்னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா how can we break this down? Value creation is the core of work. இதை வந்துட்டு 4 dimensions நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். People, the foundation of value creation, because they are the ones who are going to do the work. Take any organization, right? You can remove the facility, you can remove the machinery, you can remove all the methods. In the end, கடைசியா இருக்க போறது the people. The people establish a company, and they are the spirit of any company. எது போனாலும், you can replace the machines, you can replace the the methods, you can replace the policies, you can replace the processes. மாறிக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம் company. ஆனா the core people இருக்காங்க இல்லையா, starting from the entrepreneur, they are the ones who are going to carry the torch. Now the human element is the most important aspect of work. Next, data. Now data, I'm not talking in terms of intellectual property. வேலை பண்றாங்க people, அதனுடைய எவிடன்ஸ் எங்க இருக்கு? நீங்க வந்துட்டு ஒரு பொருள் செய்யறீங்கன்னா, அது வந்துட்டு இவ்வளவு வந்துட்டு ரா மெட்டீரியல் வாங்கி செஞ்சேன், நான் வந்துட்டு இந்த ப்ராசஸ்ல செஞ்சேன், இதுதான் வந்துட்டு உருவானது, நான் அதை டெஸ்ட் பண்ணேன், இதுதான் வேல்யூஸ் வந்தது. All of this work, right, is recorded in your documents. இப்போ வந்துட்டு ISO, International Standards Organization, what they do is they come and then they audit your documents first. அங்கதான் வந்துட்டு எவிடன்ஸே இருக்குது, என்ன வேலை செஞ்சிருக்கீங்க, எப்படி செஞ்சிருக்கீங்க. Data and documentation is the second dimension of value creation. And finally, task and operations, execution of value creation. People இருக்காங்க, எப்படி செய்யணும், என்ன செய்யணும், அந்த வேலையை எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்றது. இந்த பீப்புளை வந்துட்டு தனியாக பிரிச்சு வச்சு, டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸை தனியா வச்சுட்டு, வேலைன்னு தனியா நம்ம வந்துட்டு பார்க்கணும். இங்கதான் மெத்தடுன்னு வருது. How do we execute the work? In most management systems, people எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்றது, டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸ் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்றது, ஒர்க் டாஸ்க் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்றது அப்படின்னு சிஸ்டம்ஸ் வந்துட்டு எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிடுவோம். எங்க வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப கம்மியா வந்துட்டு பாக்குறாங்கன்னா, this is the X factor னு சொல்றோம். What makes or breaks an organization? This comes to in the form of feedback, follow-up. You can வந்துட்டு say, நீங்க இந்த வேலைய இப்படி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு சொல்லிடலாம். ஆனா அந்த வேலையை செய்யறாங்களா இல்லையா, அந்த வேலையை செஞ்சு முடிப்பதற்கு என்ன தேவை, இங்கதான் வந்துட்டு you have a class of work, a type of work, the type of observing what happens in a company, that is feedback and follow-up. ஒரு வேலையை அசைன் பண்ணிட்ட பிறகு after 1 day or after வந்துட்டு 20% of the time until the deadline போயிட்டு go and find out, ஓகே இந்த வேலை அசைன் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், எப்படி போகுது, உங்களுக்கு தேவையான வந்துட்டு ரிசோர்சஸ் இருக்கா, உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு முதல்ல இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கு அந்த வேலையை செய்யறதுக்கு, நீங்க வந்து ஏதாவது டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணுவாங்கிறதுக்கு அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு ஃபாலோ பண்ணி அந்த ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்கணும். This is very critical for managers so that they can know what to do, how to take these work to completion. So to summarize, ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷன் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா, it deals with value creation. ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனை நீங்க வந்துட்டு see in terms of value, ethics and ambition. இந்த மூன்றும் வந்துட்டு it has to translate clearly from the top to the bottom so that everybody knows, every single employee, every single team knows, நான் வந்துட்டு இந்த இயரோடைய ஆர்கனைசேஷனோட அம்பிஷனை வந்துட்டு நான் வந்துட்டு அச்சீவ் பண்ணணும்னா நான் என்ன கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்றது, நான் என்ன வேல்யூ ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும், நான் எந்த ரூல்ஸ் நான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும், நான் வந்துட்டு என்ன வந்துட்டு வித்தின் மை கான்டெக்ட் நான் என்ன செய்யணும். VEF ஃப்ரேம்வொர்க் அடுத்து மேனேஜர்ஸ் என்ன பார்க்கணும்னா, வேலை இருக்கு, ரிசர்ச் டைப் ஆஃப் ஒர்க் என்ன நடக்குது, ப்ராஜெக்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் ஒர்க் என்ன நடக்குது, ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ் டைப் ஆஃப் ஒர்க் என்ன நடக்குது. They need to understand that these three are very different. ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ் வந்துட்டு ஒரு வகையாக நடக்கும், ரிசர்ச் வேறு வகையாக நடக்கும், ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு வேறு வகையாக. They need to be managed separately. And கடைசியா 4 dimensions of value creation. People, you organize them a certain way. Data and documents, that is the evidence of work. Task, that is the execution of work. எந்த வேலை எப்போ எப்படி செய்யணும்னு வந்துட்டு டிஃபைன் பண்ணணும். And கடைசியா, the X factor is you have dedicated people to get feedback and ensure that the work goes to completion. Now, this is the philosophy on which we are building many business tools. Over time, இதை பத்தி நான் வந்துட்டு நிறைய ஷேர் பண்ணலாம். I can also give you a demo of some of the tools that we have developed. And for now, இதுல நான் வந்துட்டு நான் நிறுத்திக்கிறேன் because I'm very passionate about this. I can go on and on for hours. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope this sheds some clarity on how an entrepreneur structures an organization and makes it a sustaining value creating engine. Thank you.
Sir, from my end, I would just like to clarify one small thing, sir, that can you just make this into a simple form for the budding entrepreneurs, because we have all the entrepreneurs who are having some of the talents and they just want to group themselves, like how they can envision of grouping themselves in a team and entering into before entering into all these formal structuring, they should get like-minded or some structure. I don't know if there is a if I'm very anxious to know if there is any formality or a formal procedure for having a team, because that would help them because that is going to increase their that's going to accelerate their passion for sustaining their journey towards entrepreneurship. So any tips in that regard would suit our budding entrepreneurs.
எப்படி டீம் ஃபார்ம் பண்றதுன்னு கேக்குறீங்களா உங்களுக்கு?
ஆமா சார், அதாவது இப்ப எங்க கிட்ட இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து இப்பதான் வந்து டேலண்ட்ஸோட இருக்காங்க. அவங்களுக்கு இப்ப நீங்க வந்து சொல்லக்கூடியது வந்து அடுத்தடுத்த மைல் ஸ்டோன்ஸ்ல நீங்க ஜஸ்ட் யூ ஆர் 2-3 டைமென்ஷன்ல அவங்க இப்ப அவங்களோடது வந்து அவங்க கிட்ட ஒரு டேலண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கு. அத வந்து அவங்க ஒரு சஸ்டெயின்டா ஒரு ஃபார்ம் ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது ஒரு டுகெதரா அவங்க வந்து ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி அவுட்புட் பார்க்கும்போது தான் அடுத்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு போகணும் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ட்ரீம் அவங்களுக்கு சஸ்டெயின் ஆகும் இல்லையா சார்? ஸோ அந்த வின்னிங் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக்கு அவங்க தே நீட் டு ஹேவ் சம் ஒரு டுகெதரா ஒரு குரூப் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதுக்கு ஏதாவது ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ் ஏதாவது மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்ல இருக்குங்களா? அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது உங்களால சொல்ல முடியுங்களா?
It's a very big topic, madam. One dimension of work, first சொல்லிட்டேன், people and management. It's an art. Humans are very unpredictable, and யார் எப்படி வந்துட்டு பிஹேவ் பண்ணுவாங்கன்றது ரொம்ப கடினம் புரிந்து கொள்வது. But I can share one thing with you. So there is something called stake. Now வந்துட்டு when I deal with people in an organization, right, I see them as stakeholders. ஒரு ஸ்டேக்ன்னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா, a stake refers to what you can gain or what you can lose. Every person இன்னொரு person கிட்ட வந்துட்டு கொலாபரேட் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னா அவங்க கிட்ட எல்லாரும் வந்துட்டு ஒரு அஜெண்டா இருக்கும். நான் உங்களுடன் சேர்ந்து இந்த வேலை செஞ்சேன்னா எனக்கு இது கிடைக்கும், இந்த வேலை செய்யலைன்னா நான் இதை இழப்பேன் அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு they will form something within themselves. இது வெளிப்படையா வந்துட்டு அவங்க வந்துட்டு பேசணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. Now, if we start looking at what the stake each person is bringing, what stake do they have, the stake மட்டும் நம்ம வந்துட்டு நம்ம புரிந்து கொண்டோம் என்றால், இந்த புரிவதற்கு முயற்சி எடுத்தாலே நம்ம வந்துட்டு we will be able to வந்துட்டு manage people better. ஒரு டீம் ஃபார்ம் ஆகுதுன்னா each person will have a stake. அந்த ஸ்டேக்கை பத்தி நம்ம வந்துட்டு பேச ஆரம்பிக்கணும். இப்போ இந்த டீம் ஃபார்ம் ஆகுறதுனால ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் what do they have to gain, or இது வந்துட்டு or what do they have to lose? நீங்க வந்துட்டு ஓகே டீம்குள்ளார கோஆர்டினேட் பண்றீங்க, யாருக்கு எந்த வேலை வந்துட்டு தருவது, எப்படி வந்துட்டு பிரித்து கொள்வது, அங்க வந்துட்டு ஒரு கேள்வி வரும். How do we do this efficiently? சில பேர் பாத்தீங்கன்னா they will have a disposition for certain kind of work. எனக்கு வந்துட்டு நான் ஆர்கனைஸ்டா நான் வந்துட்டு வேலை பண்ணாதான் வந்துட்டு எனக்கு பிடிக்கும் அப்படின்னு சில பேர் இருப்பாங்க. அவங்களோட ஸ்டேக் என்னன்னா அந்த மாதிரி வேலை கிடைத்தால் they will be happy. சில பேர் வந்துட்டு இல்ல நான் வந்துட்டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணணும், நான் வந்துட்டு புதுசா நான் வந்துட்டு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், நான் வந்துட்டு வெளியே போயிட்டு நான் வந்துட்டு சுத்திட்டு நான் வரணும் அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு they will have a tendency. They'll be looking for that kind of work. So இதை புரிந்து கொண்டு அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி வந்துட்டு நம்ம வந்துட்டு வேலையை பிரித்து தரோம். And it just comes down to empathy. How well can we understand the other person? And what we are trying to understand is what do they want? And what do they fear that they will lose? In the angle apart, in my experience, it has helped within my organization.
Thank you so much.
Like LLP, actually, students want to discuss that board of meeting like that. Then என்ன பண்ணா அவங்களோட ஒர்க்கை என்ன அப்படிங்கறத ஃபர்ஸ்டே கன்சல்ட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கான ஷேர்ஸை ஃபர்ஸ்டே அவங்க பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை வந்து ரிஜிஸ்டர் பண்றது. ஸோ அதுதான் எல்எல்பி எல்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி தானே சொல்லுங்க சார். லிமிட்டட் லயபிலிட்டி அது எல்லாமே அந்த மாதிரி கம்பெனிஸ் எல்லாமே அந்த மாதிரி தான் ஃப்ரேம் அவுட் பண்றாங்க. ஸோ கவர்மெண்ட்டும் அதுதான் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா ஊக்குவிக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஸோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவங்களோட ஒர்க். ஸோ ஒருத்தருக்கு மார்க்கெட்டிங் தெரியும்னா மார்க்கெட்டிங், இன்னொருத்தருக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரிசர்ச்னா ரிசர்ச் ஒர்க், ஸோ ப்ராடக்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே வந்து அவங்களே வந்து ஒரு டீம் ஒர்க் பண்ணாதான் அது பண்ண முடியும் சார். ஐ அக்ரி வித் யூ தட் இஸ் ஹியூமன் ஹேவ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட், வி நாட் ப்ரெடிக்ட் எனி ஒன். ஸோ அது வந்து அந்த டீம் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்குங்க சார். தேங்க்யூ.
Now, I can add one more thing to increase collaboration within teams better function பண்ணனும்னா so when we communicate and என்னாகும்னா most times நம்ம வந்து ஒரு விஷயம் சொல்ல வருவோம், அது வந்துட்டு நான் என்ன சொல்ல நினைக்கிறேன், என்னுடைய ஸ்டேக் என்ன, அதையே நம்ம நினைச்சுக்கிட்டு அதை பத்தியே நம்ம பேசிக்கிட்டு இருப்போம். நான் சொல்ல வர்றது மற்றவங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுதா அப்படின்ற அந்த ஆங்கிள், அந்த ஃபோக்கஸுடன் வந்துட்டு பார்ப்பது வந்து ரொம்ப கடினம். ஈவன் ஃபார் டீச்சர்ஸ் வந்துட்டு they come prepared to a class, நான் இதெல்லாம் நான் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிட்டு வந்திருக்கேன், இதெல்லாம் நான் வந்துட்டு சொல்லி தரணும் அப்படின்னு இருப்பாங்க, இதெல்லாம் சொல்லணும்னு நினைப்பாங்க. தவிர நான் டெலிவர் பண்ணது வந்துட்டு எல்லாருக்கும் போய் சேர்ந்ததா, அந்த ஃபீட்பேக் அவங்க எடுக்கிறாங்களா, அது பார்ப்பது வந்துட்டு வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட். ஈவன் நவ் இவ்வளவு நேரம் வந்துட்டு நான் பேசினானு, அண்ட் சின்ஸ் திஸ் இஸ் வந்துட்டு ஆன்லைன் இன்டராக்ஷன், ஐ ஹாவ் நோ ஐடியா நான் இவ்வளவு பேசினேனே, நான் மனசுல நினைத்தது எல்லாருக்கும் போய் சேர்ந்ததான்னு கிடையாது. ஏன்னா எவ்ரி சிங்கிள் பர்சன் ஹியர் ஹேஸ் தேர் ஓன் ஸ்டேக். எதுக்காக இந்த மீட்டிங் வந்தாங்க, அவங்க வந்துட்டு என்ன என்கிட்ட நான் சொல்றதை கேட்டு அவங்க வந்துட்டு they will take some, each person will take a different interpretation. Unless வந்துட்டு we have an open discussion, back and forth இருந்தாதான் வந்துட்டு we can come to a consensus. ஓகே, இதுதான் வந்துட்டு விஷயம், இதுதான் வந்துட்டு நான் டெலிவர் பண்ண, இதுதான் நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்க. அது வந்துட்டு இங்க கிடையாது. ரைட் நவ் ஒரு டீம் கிளியரா வந்துட்டு ஒரு எஃபெக்டிவா வந்துட்டு ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகணும்னா we have to work towards a mutual understanding. ஒருத்தவங்க சொல்ல வர்றது இன்னொருத்தவங்களுக்கு புரிந்ததா, அந்த வந்துட்டு ஒரு அப்ஜெக்டிவோட வந்துட்டு பேசுறாங்கன்னா, கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா, a lot of problems will be solved.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, it's true. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And well, if there are no more questions, so Satya ma'am, shall we proceed to the closure of this meeting?
Yes, Gomati. Okay.
So thank you so much for sharing us the story of the way from the origin the Anabond has been progressed, and you clearly showed us the roadmap, like what is the reason, the strategy to put things into action, the target group and the pros and cons associated to it, and how to balance things, and all the clarity in all your work that is done. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the value generation and insights on research, project, and operation type of work. And I personally agree with your term, operation, which is a research chaos. Thank you. Thank you for explaining us the transition, bound by the time and budget and the Herculean task that is behind it. And thank you for explaining us the management of task in terms of ISO documents and the kind of work to be executed, the importance of data and to document, and the feedback associated to it. Your feedback was indeed igniting. The way you narrated the management clearly depicted how artful you are. So let us plan for an open discussion soon, sir, through IIC with every one of us. And thank you so much. And I sincerely mean it. Thank you. Over to Satya, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So I think the meeting is being adjourned. Thank you all for joining us for this council meeting and for this mentoring session. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Satya, ma'am. Meeting close பண்ணிடலாங்களா ma'am? Ma'am, Satya, ma'am. Meeting close பண்ணிடலாங்களா ma'am?
அவங்களுக்கு க்ளோஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு போல் இருக்குடா.